Okay.
All right. So I would first of all just love to understand how, well, when you came to Batelle, what made you actually sign up in the end?
When did I actually sign up?
No, what was the what made you sign up? What kind of convinced you to take a chance on Batelle?
What convinced me to take a chance on Batelle was when I found it at about 2:30 in the morning, and I was looking for anything. I was like, help this kid go to sleep. 2-year-old won't sleep. Tired of getting up. I literally Googled everything, and then this obviously Batelle popped up, and I checked to see, like, was it an ad? Was it sponsored? Like, what is this? And with my curiosity, again, still half sleep, half awake, at 2:30 something in the morning, I clicked it, and then it continued to go on to questionnaires and ask me about my child. And I was like, okay, let's give it a shot, you know? So I guess ultimately what led me to Batelle was sleepless nights, sleepless mornings. I had been sleeping, well, my son had been sleeping with me and my husband for months, and I wanted sleep. And he's supposed to have, he was sharing a room with his older brother, and he wasn't getting any sleep. So we said, okay, we have to make sure we're all getting the sleep that we need, not just us parents, but, you know, this growing 8-year-old too. So I did it.
Amazing. And how old was Ethan when you started? So I know you just finished, so.
Yes, 27 months. And I think I had it down to the day. It was like 27 months, 3 days or something when I initially started. And so now he's made it to officially 28 and a half months.
Amazing. And I'd love to hear, how did you find sleep school? I mean, did it work? Is Ethan sleeping?
Yes. Okay. So yes, it worked. I found it after going through all the links and questionnaires, which I thought was totally fake. I tried to put in a fake email. I tried to do all the fake stuff just in case it was a scam. And I set up an interview for like the initial consultation. It was either at 5 a.m. or like 5:30, because I normally start work at 6 in the morning. And I said, okay, if this is real, I'll be getting up, preparing myself for work. And when I logged on, there was really somebody there. It was an actual person that I could talk to, that I can see, but still with my skepticism, so to say, I didn't have my camera on. You know, I tried to make sure my location was turned off. And I was like, I still don't know if this is real, but they showed up, you know. And even in that first conversation, she said that most people don't show up, or some people don't show up because it's not, obviously, I'm not the only one that thinks this can't be true. I just messaged you guys at 2. And you're already available at 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. It was crazy. But yes, it totally worked. We are about, I think we're 3 weeks out. 3 weeks out now. And literally my baby just chose sleep a few moments ago. And his nap time is set for like 11:30, 12 o'clock. And he just told me he wants to lay down. That's unforeseen prior to this.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And so nap times are significantly easier. How difficult were nap times before?
Nap times, if they happened, either myself or another adult in the home had to lay down with him. Most of the time it was me. Had to lay down in the bed with him, had to just reassure him that we were still here. He would constantly get up, ask for whoever it is that's sleeping in the bed. And that would be after screaming and crying because he didn't want to go to sleep. Excuse me. And then they only lasted maybe 40 minutes, maybe. That was a good nap. Whereas now we literally either go lay him down or he chooses to go lay down, which is still so crazy.
Amazing.
Yeah, and he's been going for like 2 hours, sometimes 2.5, but I get a little like, I'm still not used to it, you know, but it's awesome.
Amazing. And how were night times before? So nap times were difficult. How was your nighttime sleep before you joined?
That doesn't even go together in the same sentence. It was non-existent. It was screaming and howling. Oh, okay, let me back up. Prior to this, we had just bought our 4th gate. Maybe I don't remember all the dates and stuff, but I know for certain at my sister's baby shower in October, I was away. I left him here. Why did I do that? I didn't want him. And I got a call at the baby shower that he had just jumped the crib. So we already knew we had a problem. So after jumping the crib, we turned it into a day bed, which obviously he just kept getting out. We put a gate down. He jumped that gate. So we doubled the gate. He jumped both gates. So we put a gate here. We put a gate down the stairs because he would come downstairs in the middle of the night, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 stairs in the middle of the night, pitch black dark. So at this point, we have like 3 gates. So the guy just cannot mess with me downstairs. So I would just constantly go up and down the stairs trying to put him back to sleep until we just gave up and brought his mattress downstairs in my bed room, put him on the floor, and was like, good night. So there went any type of evening conversation with me and my husband, intimacy, anything. You just got this 2-year-old who we have to stay quiet. So he better not wake up so we can go to sleep, so we can work in school. It was nuts. It was so nuts. And that's what pushed me even more to say, okay, well, if this is a scam, I'm gonna be the first one to get scammed, or the 400 one to get. I didn't care anymore. I truly, what is the word I'm looking for? I needed my sleep. I can't even think about what the word. I just needed it. I knew I would do whatever it took to invest in it. Oh, and it made it matters even better when I read through the information that if it didn't work in these 2 weeks, I would get a refund back. So that right there, I was like, okay, so we're going to put in a prepaid card and they're going to give me my money back because it's definitely not going to work because my baby is the baby that it's not going to work for because he jumped all these gates, literally all these hurdles, and it's not going to work. So prepaid card didn't work. The other card obviously did. Yeah. And then we started a month later, which I thought that was part of the scam too.
Convinced the scam until what point did you think, okay, maybe this is not a scam?
There were 4 of us in our cohort. Can I talk about the cohort?
Yeah, okay. Absolutely.
So there were 4 of us in our cohort, and there was me, which you hear my whole story. And then there was like a perfect one who it just worked. And her baby was already potty trained. And I was like, that's impossible. Like, what is your life? So I thought she was part of the scam. And then there was one who it like absolutely didn't work. So it just seemed like you had all 3. And then there was one that was like a lot younger. I think her baby was about 17 months, whereas ours were 27, 30, and 32. So we kind of, hit it off because we understood our kids were doing the same thing. So this one, I'm not sure how engaged she was because she couldn't relate to a lot of us because she was still doing nighttime feeds and pacifiers and stuff like that. So I thought maybe they just threw her in or she was the other normal one, but of course, when I saw tears and responses from these 2, I was like, okay, either they're good actors or this is really real. So I think that that's why I say I think it may have been the 4th night because that was one of the hardest nights. So like I got on the cohort and I didn't show my face. And I was just like, the one moment that I did, I just said, I'm tired. And I bawled. And they were just there like chatting me saying, we're all in this together. We're, it's okay. We got you. Let's try this. And it was like, they cried with me. And I was like, do they pay y'all that much? Like, so this has to be, it was an amazing experience. And then of course the one who it wasn't working at the time, which they were able to revamp things with her and all that. When she had her meltdown moment, I was like, okay, this is definitely real, and then again with that support and that comfort and all that stuff that they were able to bring, like, okay, we say this is 2 weeks, but if you need 3, jump back on. You're going on vacation? Okay, well, jump back on when you're ready. Take your monitor with you. Do this. We're willing to help you with all this stuff. That's when I realized, okay. When my baby chose sleep, that's when I realized, okay. When I could sing to you in this monitor and not run up 12 stairs and down a long hallway, I was like, okay, this is something. Like,
amazing. And just to go back to like when you said when he chose sleep for the first time, what night did you find that sort of moment when you were like, oh my goodness, he's really sleeping, he's not waking up in the night, he's going to bed easily?
It may have been toward the end, maybe night. How many nights are there? It's not 14. Is it 14?
Yeah, 14.
So let's say 9, because it was almost to the end and I felt like this still ain't it. I'm getting my refund soon, but I think it may have been around 9. The other nights were fine, but I felt like I was still doing a little bit more than the other parents, which that's one thing I had to focus on too. Like they all weren't going to be on the same schedule, So when day 4 when the perfect family came in and was like, yeah, this is it. And I was like, wait a minute. Then day 5, yeah, he slept through the night. I was like, hold on, did I miss, a cohort, something? I'm checking my messages. But yeah, I would probably say day 9, night 9. But
and now hopefully getting more sleep.
Oh yeah. Yes, I totally. So it was all worth it. It was just those were just the 2 hardest weeks ever. But yes, I'm totally getting sleep now. And I put him to sleep the other night, maybe about a week or so ago. And I was on the phone with like a new friend, I just started talking to her and stuff. And I was like, okay, well, let me put my baby down. I'll get back right with you. Just give me a few minutes. And she was like, what? And wait, my 2-year-old, she still gets up. And I was like, why? I'm so sorry to hear that. Here's some information on Batelle Sleep School. If you just click this link and, best investment I ever made in life, ever.